In today's lecture, we're going to be talking about one of the important questions that will be asked of you regarding photography, and that is, what file format do you want to shoot in? Now, there's two different file formats, there's RAW and there's JPEG, and both of these formats have their own advantages as well as their own disadvantages. When you choose for your camera to shoot in RAW, it leaves all the processing of all the data from your image to your computer, so it saves the image as a RAW format. And with JPEG, your camera processes all the data from your image once your shutter has shut and then saves the image. As I said earlier, there's some benefits and drawbacks of each of these, so I'll quickly go through a few of them now. In the next lecture, you'll see an infographic that highlights the benefits and the drawbacks more in depth. But really quickly, the big benefit of the RAW format is it gives you more control over your image, and it does that by letting you process everything after on your computer. So on your computer, when you open the RAW file, you can edit your exposure as well as your white balance if when you see it on your computer you decide it's not quite the right settings. So I'll let you play about with all of the elements of your image. In JPEG it wouldn't, but with JPEG the major benefit is its size. It's much smaller than your RAW file, as what it does, it processes all the data and compresses your image while saving. Now in this compression you'll see there's some loss of resolution, image quality, some color, as well as some details in your image, and that's because it uses the algorithms to guess process the image. In RAW, as I said, you have more control because it's not guessing. You could actually choose to change one or more elements of your image while you're processing it. So when brought with the choice of shooting in RAW or JPEG, one of the questions you have to ask yourself is, do you have a big enough memory card to hold the RAW files? If not, then you'll have to shoot in JPEG. Now another question you're going to ask yourself is, are you going to post-process your image? Are you going to retouch it in any way? If you are, then I recommend highly that you save it in RAW, because if you save it in JPEG, you can't recover the details in the image that is now lost. Now, if you do have a big enough memory card, what I suggest is if you save it in RAW plus JPEG, this will ensure that even though you might not want to post-process your images now, but you could then go back and then post-process it without any loss, because you have saved the RAW file as well as the JPEG. So you can post the JPEG onto your social media while still giving you the option to go back and retouch it if you so wish.